Welcome back to Trippy Commentaries and our hunt for the Jetpack in Grand Theft Auto 5. We are right outside of Fort Zancudo, the location of a mysterious green light that shines down on a bunker that lets us know there's probably a underground level to the military base here. Of course, the green light comes from a UFO that flies overhead. That green light is the same color as the green light here on the Space Stalker, which is lit up right now. If you do a glitch where you do an attack right before you jump in and then get right back out, the lights stay on. Maybe that's something we can use to power up something. Who knows? We'll definitely try some things out here in this installment of the Jetpack Hunter. I'm RJ, joining up with Mike.
What's going on, everyone?
Now, of course, we've been trying to think of where exactly we should use the Space Stalker here. We do know that it is probably some sort of a source of power, perhaps a generator, so electricity is involved. So where should we use it? Mike, I think you probably know the best and most logical place to try something out.
Well, I did notice something on my last play of the game. I was driving through the map and I saw a power station with 1.21 gigawatts on the side, and I found that quite suspicious. So I figured, you know, maybe try to connect the Space Stalker somehow, maybe with that front plug of a sort, and try to see what happens and see if we can, you know, power up one of those power stations.
Yeah, those power stations are all over the map. They all have the 1.21 gigawatt Easter egg linking to Back to the Future. Of course, the Space Stalker is also a reference to Back to the Future. It is kind of a play on the DeLorean. We've been trying to bring it to 88 miles per hour, possibly traveling through time or something. Who knows? I think the most logical thing is it would unlock a step in the Jetpack hunt here, the Chiliad mystery. One thing you pointed out here on one of the past episodes, Mike, was this power outlet right here.
Yes.
If you see, guys, it is upside down. It is also flashing. Very mysterious there. But why would they put it upside down? Is that some sort of mistake? Or is that a clue that we need electricity to open up the elevator? Let's go ahead and try to do a quick perimeter scan of this, of course, the bunker here. And maybe we can find an area to plug the Space Stalker in. As you pointed out, Mike, you have that part in the front. Oh, fuck. Tanks abound here. But you have that part in the front that looks like it could be a plug of some kind. Maybe there's another outlet outside here. What are you thinking, Mike?
Well, you know, I don't know. It could be out here. I'd try to maybe look for one of those power stations here in the base.
Really? I've looked around. I don't think there's one in the base, but there are some interesting ones in the surrounding areas. Let's go check it out. Here we are next to the alien water towers. Not too far away, you can find a power shed with the Back to the Future reference, of course. So maybe this is the one we need to look for, Mike. It actually looks a little bit different than the others. The problem is, it's kind of hard to get the Space Stalker in there. We're going to have to find the door. I think this is it right here. Good enough. Now, normally you can kind of go all the way around the power shed. In this situation, of course, it's against a wall, so we really can't. So, Mike, I mean, this is an obvious spot, you know, where we're trying to find of course, the source of power, and this is a power shed. Where exactly should we try to plug it into? Do you have any ideas?
Well, those plugs on the left bottom there are interesting. Not quite sure what's happening there.
Definitely some wires.
Yeah. But you know, it is a tight spot here.
We're plugging it in right now. There's a train going by in the background. Of course, perhaps possibly a reference to Back to the Future 3. Let's pull off the glitch now. Once again, this glitch does work with every single vehicle, so there's a good chance that this is not intended for the Space Stalker, but they could also have thrown it in there you know, just as something they wanted to do with the Space Stalker, but they didn't take it out, meaning it worked with all of the other cars as well. Just a thought. So there it is, Mike. We are trying to plug in the front. Now, the front of the Space Stalker, if you guys look at that, that actually looks a lot like the coils that are on top of the power generators, which can be found on top of some of the buildings, especially the one there in the Ultras camp. Interesting, Mike. It is moving.
Yeah, very odd. Not quite sure what we've done here. I don't know if it's anything.
That's definitely pretty interesting. The fact that it is moving right now definitely could be a glitch. Maybe it's a sign that we are doing something right. I mean, it is moving on its own and not in a natural manner here. I mean, we thought it was a power generator. It looks like it's moving like a damn power generator.
This is pretty odd, I will say. This is our first time really looking into this theory, and we're running into this.
Very first try, you get something happening here, that's for sure.
I wonder if we can pull this off at another location and if it's going to do the same thing.
Yeah, maybe we found the right one. We plugged it into those boxes that you mentioned before, Mike, and maybe that's what's doing it. Of course, it could just be some sort of a glitch. Let's go ahead and take the Space Stalker to another power shed and I guess see if it does the same thing or perhaps find something else. Now we are at the Hippie Camp. There is a UFO flying overhead, and there's a sign right here on top of this pillar that points over to another power shed. Let's go ahead and try to plug this thing in, and maybe we'll get the same reaction. Power shed is right over here. It is also on another set of train tracks here, and there's a wall behind this one as well, so we won't be able to get behind it. It does have those same exact boxes. So let's go ahead and try to plug it in. See if this thing works. Perhaps I did it a little bit too rough. Probably definitely a key to have the glitch going on at the same time. And is it moving? Doesn't appear to have any movement this time, Mike.
No, I don't know what we ran into there the first time, but it's now not moving. We were possibly plugged into the plug on the left there during the first try.
Maybe have to be specific.
Yeah.
I think maybe that was just a special power shed. You know, it's right next to those alien water towers, which are extremely suspicious, but there's nothing going on there. Unlike this area where at least you have a UFO overhead, there's really nothing too much there over at the water towers except for being close to Fort Zancudo. We do have the glitch on now. I did try to plug it into the other one there, but still we are not successful as far as reproducing that strange movement that we had it doing there at the last location. Let's go ahead and check one more power shed at an ominous location, and after that we have something really crazy to show you guys, but we'll meet you guys in the Humane Labs. We are outside of the Humane Labs. Unfortunately, they will not allow us in without calling the cops. So we'll just have to pretty much ignore that because there is a power shed right back here, and we have to check it out. It is one of the most suspicious in the game. Once again, we cannot get to the back end. Perhaps we'll have to be on the lookout for a power shed that actually lets you get back there. Wow, the cops sure didn't waste any time here, Mike.
No, they did not.
It's going to be tough for us to get into this one. Of course, we don't have to worry about doing the glitch because the cops are on us, so the lights are going to stay on for that. Still no movement, at least that I can tell. They unfortunately have shot one of our lights out. Doesn't look like anything's going on. But nonetheless, this is definitely an interesting location for Power Shed. Looks like the green light might be illuminating something. No, interesting. Well, I think we'll definitely have to be on the lookout for more power sheds here in the game, guys. Let us know if there are any that you find that you think stand out, especially when it comes to linking it up here with the Space Docker. We will now exit this area before we die and head to one final area that perhaps we can shine some light on to maybe show off a new clue with the Chiliad mystery.
Yes.
Meet you guys there. We are at Catfish View, a very secluded area of the map. There's really no reason to come over here at all, but it's pretty cool. There's some wrecked boats that it looks like they're working on, a very large shed, and next to the shed is a blue sheet of paper that says FIB on it. And we all know that it does say FIB on all 3 of the UFOs, so perhaps this does have something to do with the Chiliad mystery. It seems like the FIB has something to do with the alien activity here in the game. We want to give a shout out to one of our subscribers, Erwin Kofeld. Thank you, man. You gave us a really good clue here, or at least something to look at with this blueprint. I know we've seen it in the past, but we really haven't taken the Space Docker's green light to it. If you take the special edition map of GTA 5, you can shine a UV light on it to make special messages appear. And you think that maybe this is a reference to that. This is a pretty interesting object because it does disappear if it falls off the table, and I feel like it's not always there. I've come here during the day sometimes and it was just missing altogether. So very strange. As you can see, we are shining the light on the piece of paper. We're not sure if it's a map or some sort of blueprint. Like we said, it's linked to the FIB, so what the hell could it be, and why is it out here in the middle of nowhere? Let's go ahead and try to do the glitch here with the light to see if maybe when the light stays on the map, perhaps it does show a secret message like the special edition map. Let's go ahead and find out once and for all. The light is on. As you guys will notice, even if we have the high beam on, it kind of lowers the setting down to the normal setting once you get out of the car. It doesn't look like any secret messages have appeared, Mike. Do you have any ideas why an FIB blueprint would be out here at this random house? Do you think maybe this is an engineer or something?
It could be just very odd with this blueprint out here in the middle of nowhere. I really don't have a clue. This is a great find though by one of our viewers.
Yeah, definitely. Once again, props to you, Erwin, for finding this.
Thanks, Erwin.
Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we can find anything to do with it right now, but definitely something to keep in mind. Perhaps it is a clue to something with the Chiliad mystery. Let us know what you guys think. Make sure to stay tuned. We have another Chiliad mystery episode coming for you this weekend. In fact, we have something in the works with our fellow Trippy Comms Mafia members. There is a theory that we've been meaning to try. Of course, we have been looking for CJ. CJ in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas had a jetpack. It was a really cool mission that you did unlock that jetpack. And we all know that game was pretty much based the same exact location as GTA 5. So is CJ the one who has the jetpack? We're going to see if we can find him in the next episode of the Jetpack Hunter here at Trippy Commentaries. Thank you guys for joining us again. Make sure to stay tuned, subscribe if you're new, and we'll catch you next time.